Hey, it's Rob Andrews with the One Voice Coalition. You know, we're focused on the social determinants of health and marginalized communities with marginalized individuals. So that means we work on them holistically, whether that's economic opportunity, whether that's public administration, which is community engagement, or if that's just their health, so TBI screenings, and finding providers to work in our community that look like us to support our initiatives. Folks that are African American and male sitting in these seats as executive director or CEO of companies that are nonprofit are rare. And when you're able to create an organization that targets this community, it gives you a lot of pride. Not just because you're serving the community, because folks that are in that community now have something to look forward to when they grow up. The basketball, the rapper, the person they see on TV now is a reflection of a nonprofit leader, and that's really important because we know representation matters. So the folks that are coming after me are what I'm doing this for. There's a paradox that's happening with young men of color, and a lot of that has to do with growing up and thinking the best part about you is being cool. On the other side of that, we look at the creativity of somebody that can, look cool and dress fashionable and be articulate and able to express themselves in ways that we wouldn't normally see in other arenas. I think the paradigm shift needs to happen with not only are you artistic, but you can come back and serve and help your community. And I think that once we get there, then we will see less and less of those problems. What I've seen from a large standpoint is folks just don't believe in themselves. They don't have that self-esteem, they don't have that self-worth. But if they see more folks like us, then we can help shift that paradigm to, it's cool to come back to your community. I'm in the world of economic opportunity and mobility. And what that means is that we're in a constant fight every day against poverty. We're not in a fight against ourselves, right? We're not in a competition as we would be in the open market if I was working for Chase and you're working for Bank of America, right? I am in the structure of how many people can we get together to partner to fight poverty. So partnerships are a key element to this. And I say that it's 5-on-5 versus poverty. That means I need a team, my team, your team, their team, whoever we can gather together is gonna take this poverty down. It can never happen just one at a time. So as often as I can, I'm making partnerships. You probably have witnessed that and building collaboration so we can take down poverty. I think the social determinants of health is gonna be a really huge avenue for folks to work in the future. I think that is the future of our work in our communities, where the children that walk around can get fresh fruit from a garden, where they can also have economic opportunity and security and mobility, their parents can, where child care is taken care of, where their health care needs are taken care of. I think that encapsulates all of the work that needs to be done in our community, and we need folks to spearhead that. More folks across the country that are gonna work on those issues, not necessarily in silos, but together to progress our community as we move forward. I lost my parents young, and I was talking to my wife about this. I lost my mother when I was 17, my father when I was 28. So I owe it to them. On behalf of them, I am the seed that they planted, and now I've got to bloom. Representation obviously matters, but what matters more is folks getting to know each other with shared values. And like minds and shared values is what creates the future, and that's what creates positivity. And on the other side of that, what creates negativity is like minds and shared values. So the more folks we have when we mentor, more folks we can reach out to, more folks we can talk to with like minds, shared positivity, we're gonna have a positive outcome. And that's really what it's about, is how can we impact the next person in order to make this thing go and work for everyone. In the realm of mentorship, it could be, I feel like my children are at times mentors to me. I feel like my friends that are younger are mentors. It's not, it's not about what you learn. It's not about where you learn. It's about what you learn, right? There was principles in my life. There are my sisters in my life. I have 3 sisters and a brother who always mentored me. And feedback is a gift, and I am a sponge for that gift. And as much as I can get from folks that I can learn from folks around, I will. There is a quote by Nipsey Hussle that says he steals advice. I steal advice. So I will steal advice. It doesn't matter who it comes from. If it's good, I'm taking it. What drives me to show up in community is my family. I show up because I was groomed this way. My father had a saying growing up: charity begins at home and spreads abroad. So that means I'm obligated to do this charity work regardless. So whether I'm at home or I'm away, I'm doing charity work. But my mother had 5 kids, and the majority of them grew up in Compton, California. And they were not immune to the systematic differences in California that we see here. And that drives me, my brothers and my sisters. At our organization, I serve folks that are formerly incarcerated. My brother was formerly incarcerated. He passed away a couple of years ago. My sister was on temporary aid to needy families. I grew up on food stamps. My dad was a veteran in the military, and my mom struggled after 50 to find a job. Those are the folks that I'm passionate about, and that makes up our community. And until all of them are served, I won't stop doing the work.